She got pregnant and had a child after being denied an abortion, but depression drove her give him up. He's 23, successful, and loves me, yet I miss life. I'm 40F and love my 21-year-old son Avram, but I was denied an abortion. Love him but never deserved him. I was a terrible mother. Not even profound untreated depression is an excuse. I'm pleased his dad and stepmom took him at 10 and loved him, making him the best young man in the world. I went to alcohol rehab after they removed him. Avram begged to see me, so his dad granted me weekends and I tried to be a good mom. He kept saying I didn't need to apologize because I was sick, and he liked living with me. Since 18 he spent more time with me. Although I and his stepmom don't deserve it, they make him happy. His stepmom wanted all her kids to her work dinner on Friday, but Avram wanted to spend it with me because we always do. She's his mom, thus he should support her. As shown on his girlfriend's IG account, I ghosted him and said I wasn't home. She read articles and told me I was selfish for ghosting, which offended him. She implied I was a jerk. He rarely messages me afterward. I think appreciating the woman who deserves his affection is better for him. I pondered judging. He can select how and with whom he spends his time as an adult. Communication is required. Ghosting was silly. Your child is 21 and too old to choose a parent to spend time with. You suggested he hang out with stepmom, but he could have chosen you. If I were him, this hurts. I never meant to hurt my son. You realize your son wants to see you after you quit being a victim. Like you, my mother ignored me or told me to visit my dad, who loves me more. She and I hardly talk anymore. How about seeing your son instead of feeling sorry for yourself? Do not read this if you can't handle the roughness. He entitled to choose his friends and activities at 21. Ignoring him repeats your past conduct. You're saying I don't deserve him. Since his stepmom is like his real mother, he should focus on her, not me. Make apologies now, don't let guilt keep him away. Admit you don't deserve him, but resolve to stop cowarding and support him. Apologize his way, not yours. That's the best way to apologize and gain his and your forgiveness. Avoid my son, I'm a coward, and don't want my guilt to hurt him. Despite having the best son, I don't deserve him. Nothing excuses me for doing everything wrong by him. Try better, brute cat. Being the victim and punishing yourself won't help. To improve for yourself and your youngster, treatment may help. Yummy Bread 69, your selfishness stinks. All you can do is talk about yourself and feelings. Your self-pity party is one of the most selfish in this forum. I can't criticize you without being blacklisted, therefore Utah must. Ghosting your kid, Utah, is wrong. At least respect his honesty. Could you not invite the stepmom? My son doesn't want me, so don't visit. Athenorian Utah 1. Your well-intentioned decisions are for an adult. You think you know his best interests. Share your opinions, but consult your stepmom since this is special. We can meet Saturday, but respect his decisions. Another therapy session may be needed. Your conversation regarding your child sounds unfinished, and you may need help managing your adult relationship with him. I like your heart, good luck. Avoid my child. I've asked him to go to treatment with me, but his school schedule and other factors prevent it. My problems will never be cured. I contacted Avram, my son, to apologize after posting. Thankfully, he picked up and came. He hugged me before I could speak, almost making me cry, but I maintained calm. I explained his stepmother's gathering and why I thought he should go and why I didn't deserve him. I recounted my childhood misdeeds and why I didn't deserve his pardon. Avram surprised me by saying he mostly had great recollections of his time with me, and that the bad moments were because I was sick. Not forgotten, but never appreciated or pondered. Sunday trips to Zeller's and constantly letting him buy toys. The notes on his birthday cakes were always personalized. I always let him sleep with me, even though his dad stole when he was 10. How I missed work to care for him when sick. He told me something at 9 that made me cry. After kids teased him for being Jewish and made him cry so much he quit school before Easter, I organized a park Easter egg hunt for him. He told me so much more that I would exceed the word limit if I put it here. It's hard to recall the good moments when I think about how much I yelled at him, drank, and smoked, but if he can, I can. I tried. Maybe I should have let him run our relationship. I'm seeing him more, and he and his girlfriend took me to dinner and gave me lots of chocolates on Mother's Day. I only eat them when they visit to share. Since I pushed him to attend some therapy sessions with me, I think he's comprehending what I went through when I became pregnant and how much I respect his stepmother. My girlfriend joins me at the gym. I adore my son. My best experience was him. He has all my good characteristics and none of my bad. If I hadn't been injured, I might have become like him. He makes me proud and happy, therefore I'll never hurt him or be selfish again. Thank you to all mothers and those who encouraged me to apologize. Please hug your sons tonight, whatever of age. Good update, removed remarks. Interesting points. 1. You saw your mistakes 2. You understood you weren't bad 3. Your child was always older than you thought 4. Help was sought 5. That assistance works 6. Good that your son will attend numerous sessions. Continue straight. Please avoid my son. Strive for his good. Liliofiali, wow. Do it for you and him. God bless your second chance to love yourself less than 3 GJMHE. You have many supporters. You're great. You aid him in many ways. Want the best for him. Not many are like this. Slipping and falling doesn't dirty you. You're loved. I like these changes, Cheshi 60. Coworkers will look at me curiously because someone is cutting onions at my desk. I'm so proud of you. I've found it harder to forgive myself than others, especially after addiction, but it's worth it. Happy to repair that relationship. Now I need tissues. Thank you, avoid my son. If my son can forgive me, I can too. I can do this because I overcame addiction for him. Paisley Penguin, forgiveness isn't merit-based. You're not forgiven. You can't buy forgiveness. Can't try. Forgiveness occurs. Son pardons you. Just accept. Being an makes the other party less inclined to forgive you, although like stepmom's party he can. Our cockroach 1662, NGL, makes me ugly cry at work. Following his advice and discussing it was wise. He displayed your mommy side, which I love. See you through his eyes, mama. My father always stated no parent is perfect. You used tools well. That fits your situation too. Remember, you used your tools well. No question, you succeeded. Your son adores you, seeking your companionship. If you were half as bad a mom as you think, he wouldn't want to be around you. Our own worst critics. Yes, avoid my son. Letting him lead lets me imagine myself in his shoes, like allowing him attend my treatment. A son will always love his mom, but this time has shown me how much. Would do anything for my ideal boy. Second update, I wish I were my son. Posting here seemed appropriate after reading a few entries. I adore my perfect son, a great young man. My profession as an accountant has made him 23, graduated, and successful. His fiancée and he marry in September. My Mother's Day celebration at home was fantastic, but I can't shake these ideas. I feel like my life was wasted at 42, but my son is living it well. When I got pregnant with my son while traveling abroad, I was too preoccupied with religious nonsense about other kids to get an abortion. I didn't want kids and thought I never would. My life went downhill when he arrived. Depressed, I drank and smoked. I took drugs a couple times, spent hours in the gym thinking I could get my body back, and went to the bar to be flirted with again. After giving up custody to his father and going to inpatient treatment for alcoholism, I've been sober for 10 years. I did all these stupid stuff, but my son loves me so much. When I ask why, he recalls all these good times I barely remember. Feeling bad because I would have an abortion and never had him if I could. He was my best experience, therefore I'd do that. Thinking since Mother's Day. Because I had him, I never experienced college like him. I never fell in love with someone who could sweep me off my feet and offer me a fairy tale romance because I had him. I never worked or started a business due to mental health issues. Having one prevented me from deciding if I wanted babies or simply teenage dread. He did everything. He enjoyed university and graduated with honors. He's a great young guy since he wooed his fiancée and told me I'll be a grandmother. I have no friends, spend my time at work, home, or the gym, and he's my only family and lover, therefore I shouldn't feel this way. He makes me proud to hug, but when he goes home to his father, I feel bad and regret having him, because I wish I could have lived his life. My psychiatrist and I had a great chat about this during our last session, but I can't remember it. Why is remembering so hard? Does anything make sense? Is my feeling wrong? Stalker, sorry for your feelings. I notice that you appear hooked on the what-ifs while there is no guarantee you would have had all the things you think you missed. Your cult membership shows you missed those events. You may be using this as an excuse to not achieve your goals. Many women still love kids. People with kids still graduate and create businesses. Your post implies you gave up custody for a long time when you could have done these things. You may have mental health issues for any reason. I think being honest and enjoying your life will make you happier. Still young at 42, you can do it. I adore pity parties, I have plenty, but taking responsibility and making changes to find happiness is better. I wish you happiness. Especially because your son is such a good young man who loves you and seems to support you in everything. Avoid my son, I didn't join a cult. My family was pious and we were teens, so traditionalists controlled us. Why we trusted their future promises is beyond me. Having my baby changed my life, but I still went to school, graduated, worked, and dated. Alcoholic recovery took half my time after losing custody of my son, and the rest is a blur. I recall details but not generalities. Strangely, I can't remember why I couldn't follow my dreams. I have foggy memories. Aged, yet you think 42 is young. Now guys rarely flirt with me, and I can't exercise. No one asks me out and my career stagnates. People 10 years younger than me or higher. If my son has a child after marriage, I'll be a grandmother early. Past that? Although I have a granddaughter, I can't take credit for my son's achievement. My fitness was no longer enough to raise him after giving up custody. Maybe I wouldn't think these things if I took responsibility. Lucky me, he loves and is perfect. My goal is to be the best grandmother. No problem if I'm not called Granny or Zadie. No thanks to everyone trying to cheer her up. I'll spoil my grandchild like my granny. I appreciate everyone's efforts to cheer me up, but they're failing. I love my son and will do anything to keep him well. I regret my life wasn't like that. XMRSHMLLW. This confuses me. I'm glad her son loves her and accepts her weird behavior. I regret she had an undesired child and missed out on life. She's still hurt. Bad that lost worked. After 2 years of blogging, she may have gotten worse. Saffron honeysuckle, or she may be thinking deeply and looking around before rebuilding. Though not significant, I was out and woke up overwhelmed and worried about missing time. Even her workout analogy works. Unfit folks may think it's impossible. You know the feeling of getting there, even if you fall behind again. Maybe she's never felt fit. Lost worked, and I liked her comment. If I hadn't been so broken, I might have become like him. Since her son is terrific, attractive, and all she wants to be. Being proud of him has made her understand how unproud she is, which should push her. Dramatic humor, 5363. Oof, fuck. Hey oop, you ever see this? Others think you're great, and your son resembles you more than you think. You deserve adventures like him. God, that was terrible to read. This lady hates herself and her life, and her son is the one bright point. Yet he also caused her trauma. I hope she can overcome this and love herself. Lost worked. But I'm trying to find where she was imprisoned when pregnant. Her Jewishness is clear, yet she doesn't specify. Orthodox sex discourages or forbids abortion, per Meg Bookworm. Single motherhood would have been hard. No matter, solo parenting is hard. Orthodox Jews BR4Z3 and Boo77. Religious Jews debate abortion. Personally, I back life. My city's prominent mainstream Orthodox synagogue's senior rabbi preached on Saturday, our Sabbath, after the U.S. Supreme Court's RVW ruling, considering rabbinic abortion viewpoints and determining Jewish law authorizes it. Mainstream Orthodox Judaism, black-hatted, bearded, 8 kids, Easter and ethnic Jewishness. This mother and her son are Jewish but not practicing. Others probably called her a fringe Christian sect.